My joints stiffen, my hands clench. I can feel my heart beating inside my chest. It is as if my logic has flown right out the window and my animal brain has arrived. I am enraged.
I'm Pamela Portnoy.
I'm Alexa Marie Anderson.
And no one's okay.
When you're feeling rage, you kind of forget all of, your logical brain kind of goes out the window. It's like your emotions totally take over.
Your fins are completely askew.
Your fins are askew.
So what'd we do?
We went to a rage room.
Guys, have any of you ever been to one of these? It's in this warehouse, basically, in downtown LA. It's called the Rage Room. 10 out of 10 recommend.
Oh, yeah. It was like therapy, honestly. I felt so relaxed afterwards.
Let's walk them through.
Oh, yeah.
We got to walk them through the entire
Even
experience.
the giant white suits we got to wear.
We got these.
They're pretty awesome.
Like, onesies. Basically. Onesies.
The second time Pam and I have been in a onesie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's like our uniform.
The first time was the yellow banana suit.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the white suit, the painter's uniform, if you will.
Yes.
The fuck shit up uniform.
Oh, yeah. And we have these, helmets with these shields for our face. It was intense.
It was really intense. So we got gloves, shields, helmets, and the onesie.
And the onesie. And we wore boots, obviously, because we didn't want to.
We looked really badass.
We did.
So the Rage Room is this place where you can go and basically pay to destroy a bunch of shit. And Alexa and I went in there. They set up a printer, shot glasses, a bong.
A bong. There was beer bottles. There was a wine bottle.
A big tire.
Oh, yeah.
But they gave you, metal pipes, baseball bats. What else did they give us to...
I think it was just that.
Oh, it was that a hammer.
Oh, the hammer, yeah.
Is that called a jackhammer, where it's like that huge...
I'm not sure.
It was... We'll have to think of the name. I feel like I want to say jackhammer, but it's not electric. It's just that big...
It's like I want to say
Jason, do you know
mallet?
what it's called?
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer!
Oh, wow. That was an obvious thing that we were not thinking about. Right. But it was really weird. We were very excited to be enraged.
We didn't know what to do with ourselves.
But once we got in there, it felt so weird because, on the day-to-day, you don't usually get to smash things.
No.
So we were, out of sorts for the first, 5-10 minutes.
They really try hard setting the mood because they're playing this destroy literally
heavy
I think one
metal.
of the songs was called Destroy Everything.
Heavy metal music, yeah.
So that's blasting, and they put a timer in the rooms, and he's like, all right, well, have fun. And literally for about 2 minutes, we stood there, we're like, is he sure we're allowed to do this?
Yeah.
I had all these thoughts. At first it felt a little wasteful, but obviously these items they procure from recycling
They've
centers.
been recycled,
They're, from what I can tell, been used before, we're broken. We're not really putting that much waste out in the world, I'm hoping. So that was one of the thoughts I had is this okay to be doing? I don't like being wasteful. But once I got over that, I was like, I was being very formal.
We had to get into it because at first I think the first thing I broke, do you remember the first thing you threw on the ground didn't break?
Oh my God, I threw a bottle. I love that the first thing I threw was a wine bottle.
Yes.
Blasphemy. But I threw the wine bottle. It didn't break. It just bounced off the wall. I'm like, did they give us things that don't break? But
we were just being very careful. We were just barely tossing things.
Gingerly toss this against the wall.
Because it just felt abnormal.
Very strange. Because we adhere to rules of don't make a mess. Don't be loud,
Keep everything contained. And for once we had this space to not contain ourselves, and it felt really odd. But after we got into it, I think after the first couple beer bottles were smashed, we were like, game on.
I remember we threw a couple, and the first few that broke, we kind of like jumped back and we're like,
Yeah.
And we would look at each other every time to see the other person's reaction. We're like, look what I did.
I broke something.
And then we started really getting into it. I don't know what your experience was, but the more I started like breaking things, I really enjoyed taking the sledgehammer to the big tire. And I was just like putting my like whole body behind it. And I started like actually getting emotional and I was starting to think of things that were getting me even more pissed. To like,
it was a huge release. Like I went ham on that printer. Oh my gosh. And it felt so satisfying when things would break off of it. I was like, yes.
we went full Office Space.
It was crazy.
It was,
Where's my mint chip ice cream?
oh my God. That happened way after the rage room.
I know, but I wish I would have had that thought in my head. I would have like, oh, it's okay.
It's okay.
That printer was demolished when we left.
It was honestly unrecognizable after we were finished with it.
It was crazy. Like once you start using your full force and you see like what you can do, it's so satisfying.
It's so funny because I kickbox fairly often, and it's a massive, release. But this was different because I wasn't necessarily like taking it out just on my fists, and the bag. Because obviously I'm not that talented in the kickboxing arena. So like I'm scared if I like really put my whole, like all my might behind it, I'm going to break my hand. I'm scared I'll break my hand. But this was completely different. This experience was vastly different than punching a bag. And we destroyed a bunch of shit.
We sure did. I love watching the glass break. That was probably my favorite.
We were like stomping on it too.
Oh, I like got low to the ground with the sledgehammer that we now know the name of. And I was like like even like pieces that were already like broken. I was like, you will be all the way crushed. Like I can't.
What were you thinking about?
I don't know. I don't even know. I can't remember. I don't think I was thinking. Like, I think I was thinking way too much in the beginning and being super, like, gentle with everything. And then I was like, I can't think anymore. Because we figured this out about me. I'm, like, overthink central over here. So, like, I just had to stop thinking about it and just, like, let my, like, whatever anger I had against anything, I don't know. I didn't know what it was. I was just, like, letting it have it.
It was really, honestly, fun to watch you. Like, when I would take a break, because
your arms would hurt.
It was so much with that. I liked the sledgehammer and the metal pipe. I think metal pipe was my favorite weapon.
I would take the bat for sure. That was my favorite.
It was a little bit easier to wield than like the heavier items, but there was something really satisfying. I felt kind of gangster. I was like, I'm going to take a metal pipe to this tire. Yes. And then to the printer.
Oh, that printer. You and I both went after that printer at the same time pretty hard. It was
really interesting because I was still there were moments where I totally let loose, but there were moments where I felt really self-conscious, and I would catch myself like making a noise like when I would hit the tire. And I would feel self-conscious, but then I would overhear people in the next room like screaming their heads off.
When you walk in there, it is like, you're like, what's, like, is someone getting murdered in here? Like, people really were getting into it.
I think that's why one of the billion reasons that I love acting so much is it gives you, like, permission to do things that you're not normally used to doing or expressing. Absolutely. And I'm like, it's okay because it's not me. But I think why we were uncomfortable is because it was still us.
It was still us, yeah. No, I think it was a good experience to have, though, because I just had to not care. Once again, just like not caring, just going for it, going from your gut. I'll say it again.
My guts.
It gave me a real appreciation for just like not overthinking things. And I think that's going to help me, honestly, in studying acting for sure. It's going to help me tremendously. So that was a huge thing to experience. And it just felt good afterwards. I was so relaxed.
It was so relaxing. Do you remember we felt like this joy after we left?
Yeah.
This complete just elation It felt
I
as
felt
if
a
we had
little
gone to
free.
therapy.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I felt it was freeing. It was a huge release. It was similar to how I feel when I'm like dancing, because I love to dance, and that's a huge release for me. But it was a little bit more intense because I really got to like just go for it. Yeah, it was great. Great experience.
What's your favorite rage scene that you've seen on television or in a film?
Oh, once again, it's going to be a comedy. I don't know. That's who I am. I can't get it up. But Bridesmaids, when she is losing it at the bridal shower.
Yeah.
Kristen Wiig, man.
That's fucking cookie.
She and like I feel her so hard because that's like how I probably would take on it. And she like sticks her hand in the chocolate because she's so just angry and she burns herself, but she doesn't care and she keeps going.
She starts eating it. She sticks her high heel in it.
Oh, it's so good. Like obsessed. I felt that. I felt that deep. And then that would be me enraged, honestly. I can't deny it. But yeah, that is probably my favorite because she's just so done. She loses it. Her logical brain flown out the window. That's exactly what happened. And she went for it, man.
She's so good at that.
So good.
My favorite is in Veep when Julia Louis-Dreyfus just goes ham in a barn. I don't know if you've seen this episode, but I was catching up on like the last couple seasons a couple weeks ago, and she is just destroying this barn out of complete like rage. I'm pretty sure she was like inebriated, and it was an absolute treasure to watch, and it reminded me a lot of our experience in the rage room.
Oh yeah.
It was pretty epic. Why do we keep like picking comedies?
It's very interesting. I kind of want to, yeah. We should talk about that at some point because I don't know.
Because I'm the drama girl. I really love drama.
For me, I know exactly why I'm picking comedies because I just relate. I am my life. I try to live with comic relief at all times. You know that.
Well, they're very like closely intertwined, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
And I think we inspire each other to laugh, so we probably like go to the comedic place before we go to the drama place. If we go to the drama place, it's usually first, and then it's like, okay, get your fins intact.
Get your fins together.
Put your muffs on.
Get your fins together, and go get them.
Peel me off the floor.
Melodramatic. Like, you're going to have to peel me off the floor. Yeah.
Amazing. What about you guys? Obviously, we definitely always want to hear about your rage stories. Obviously, like, don't take it out on other people. That's not at all what we're...
No, we don't
Don't
suggest
do that. That's not legal or good or cool. But definitely check out the Rage Room because this is...
If you feel like you need to, then you should go to the Rage Room. We're recommending that. That would be very good for you.
A precious place, truly.
Yeah, it is.
It's
a place in my heart.
Very different place than I've ever experienced in my life.
At first, I was like, where's Pam taking me?
She's like, are we going to be okay?
No, we're not.
No one's okay.
No one's okay.
Alexa, are you okay?
No.
Why? You nodded.
My head nodded yes, and then I said no, which is very typical. Very typical. Well, that's what I mean, honestly, isn't that what we all do? Someone asks you if you're okay, and you usually say yes, but do you mean it?
It's, yes, I'm fine. There was a movie, there was a great... Oh, it's The Italian Job.
Oh, yeah!
Where she says that she's fine, and Mark Wahlberg, who's a gem of a man in this movie, was like... you know what fine means, right? Freaked out, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Yep. I mean, that's pretty accurate, I'd say.
That is 100% why we always say no when someone asks us if we're okay, because...
And honestly, it helps, too. Like, just recognizing it. Just being like, no, I'm not. But maybe tomorrow we'll give it a shot.
You could either say, no, I'm not okay. I'm great. Or, no, I'm not okay. I'm fucking pissed or sad or there's no baseline for this.
No. And I feel like a lot of people think it's odd to say they're not okay. It's uncomfortable. I think we've gotten comfortable with it, obviously, because we're drilled into our heads now. But like, it's very uncomfortable to say, no, I'm not okay to someone that asks you. Because what are they going to do? Like, what are they going to say back? I don't know.
They'd be like, no, I was literally just asking you something. I didn't want to hear your life story.
Because they don't really care. Do they really care? I don't know. Yeah, but I know you care, so.
I really do. I do care, and I try to care. I'm not
Yeah.
going to ask if I don't want to know.
Exactly.
It's
feel
like the same
way.
thing when I give a compliment. It's like, I'm not going to give you a compliment if I don't mean it.
Right.
And a lot of people are like, no. I'm like, no, take it. Like, why would I say something like that if I didn't mean it?
Exactly. We need to stop tiptoeing around our own feelings and emotions and just be honest and real.
We like emotions here
We do.
at No One's
We
Okay.
love 'em. Pam,
Am I okay?
are you okay?
No. I'm great. We're sitting here in the coolest studio for the first time. That's why we sound real good.
Yes.
We're sitting here with Jason, and it is, from what I can tell, sounding good. We've got our muffs.
We got our muffs.
And we're very, very excited.
Yeah.
So
I like
I'm
the
great.
muffs. I like being able to hear what I'm saying. It's good.
I can hear you very clearly.
Yeah. I like it.
So I'm not okay. I'm great.
You're great. And you've just inspired me to feel great. So very good.
Yeah, get on that train.
I'm on it. Now I'm on it.
We want to know if you guys are okay. So shoot us emails, find us on Instagram, do all the things. We're excited.
Very excited.
Thanks so much for listening. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all the things. If for some reason you want to see more of us, you can follow us on Instagram at No One's Okay.
And a special thanks to Jordan Ross Weinhold, Sean Moore, Jason Crow, Claire Palmer, Jackson Palmer, Tiffany Haymoff, Shane Rings, James Liddell, and our podcast is recorded at Soundworks Studios. We can't wait to meet you!
We're excited.
Very excited.
'Cause no one's
Excited to hear from you. That was just cheesy.
How long was that, Jason? He's like way too long.
He's like,
No,
you should
we're-
go now.
Please
That
leave.
was like,